Hey guys, and welcome to Minecraft 1.10. That's right, we are in my crazy survival world right here, and I've just revealed what I was about to show you, but never mind, you probably didn't even see it. Okay, you probably did see it. It was pretty much taking up most of the screen, but anyway, welcome back to my Minecraft survival world. In this episode, I've got absolutely no idea, to be quite frankly honest with you, what we're going to be doing. But I've just been enjoying the crazy new updates. Well, it's not new, but it's the latest version of Minecraft, and I've just been enjoying the awesome new features which come with this update. I think I have a shield somewhere as well, right here. Yeah, this is the new intro thing. I can't do it with the sword anymore, so I'm gonna have to go and get myself my shield and do this, of course. And oh god, have I been having some weird experiences running around, getting killed by mobs because I can't, you know, I forget that the spam clicking has been nerfed in this game now. So the first time I kind of used the combat stuff, I went down there next to the crop farm, and I think I took on a few mobs here and there, and my health was quite low. And then I was just like, yeah, let me go. I've got the hang of this now. And me being me, you know, my awesome, you know, PvP type skills. You saw me fight the Wither. Obviously, I'm a pro. I went to an Enderman and tried to kill that guy, and yeah, he completely destroyed me pretty much. Then I went around and got killed for a second time because all of the mobs around in that area kind of just swarmed in on me in 1 second because there was so much lag. And by the way, just yeah, lag is something that I really need to talk about, so I'll get back to the lag issue a little bit later. But I've also been going around and getting into this game, you know, just testing things out and doing bits and pieces of work which needed to be done around this area. So clearly you can tell some big changes have happened in the crop farm. But also, yes, I've got, look, the offhand, and it's so cool, and we have a baked potato, and we can eat, and I can't talk properly either. But yeah, this is the place where I got killed by all of those mobs and stuff swarming around. But obviously, eventually, I got my items back, and since then, I've been going and doing a lot of work in here, you know, replanting all of the crops over here so we can actually use this thing for the first time. And of course, I've gone and added in all of the slabs here on this side of the crop farm, which needed to be done. So if I can go and get myself some blocks here, you can go and get a good idea of the crazy amount of work I've been doing in this survival world. Yes, that looks absolutely spectacular. I feel like, you know, making this a screenshot of the episode, that is just such a clickbait screenshot right there. It's so amazing. And it looks really spectacular. I love building big things like this in this world. Definitely will be doing more of those in the future. But yeah, this update is so amazing, and I've just been going and enjoying all of the new features. And well, I can't even remember them right now. I can't bring them to my mind, but there's so many different things which I wanted to talk about. And also I've obviously went over to this area and flattened it out a little bit more, did a little bit of terraforming, and I went all the way to this edge here. Clearly I still have to go and place a few torches down, and there are loads of mobs over here as well, kind of annoying me. But anyway, like I say, I don't know what we're going to be doing in this episode, so probably for the first part of the episode we will be exploring around this new update and taking a look at certain things. But one very important thing is the issue of lag, which I just mentioned a little bit earlier. So right over there we have a chicken shack, I guess. What do you want to call it? A chicken pen with loads and loads of chickens in. And I'm not going to lie, that thing used to lag me before, but as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I keep all the chickens there just so I can get loads and loads of XP. But now, if I go into that area in this update, because the collision boxes or something of mobs have been changed, and so they can kind of push you around and push each other around now, a little bit differently to what they could do in Minecraft 1.8. If I go anywhere near that area, I will get down to about 1 FPS, and that's no exaggeration. So basically I'm gonna have to go and get rid of all of those chickens and probably either move them to another area or just not have chickens in any area, because they lag me out so much now, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm definitely gonna have to go and get rid of them. Like, you can't even, I mean, I was having a problem with the minecarts in this area before, like just moving really extremely slowly while the entire kind of rest of the world was not lagging, and that's because of the entities. I think it's got something to do with the crazy amount of entities we've got over there, because we've also got the sheep farm, which has loads and loads of entities, so it stops minecarts from working properly, and you can't even eat quickly if you're in that area. Like, it takes you a long time to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and unfortunately get rid of that entire chicken farm so that I can actually walk into that area. Yep, I wasn't lying. I wonder how much FPS I'm getting here. Yeah, 1 FPS exactly. That was pretty accurate. So let's get rid of some of these guys. And how will this look? This will probably look really ridiculous because we have the sweeping thing as well. I don't think this is the most efficient way to get rid of these guys, and I'm definitely going to be here for quite a long while to come. Okay, this really is taking quite long. At least I'll get loads of XP though, I guess. Okay, this is just ridiculous now. I think me doing this is just having no effect whatsoever on the amount of chickens. Like, they're just infinite. I think they just go on forever. And yeah, this is probably going to take forever. Oh yes, I have created the world's best XP farm here, that is for sure. This is Minecraft's new most efficient XP farm. I'm definitely going to do a tutorial on this one. Just take a look at the stuff flowing in. It's faster than like an Enderman farm, that's for sure. Yeah, you know what? That's a more manageable number. Wow, that was really fun. I'm going to do that again someday. Alright, so as you can see over here, I've been going and doing a little bit more work, and I've gone and sheared all of these animals. Obviously, they've grown back most of their wool in most of the cases, but as you can see here in the red pen, for example, we have a lot of sheep without any fur on, or without any wool on. It's not fur. That is probably not the best way to describe it. And yeah, we've got tons and tons and tons of wool now, but as you've probably noticed, we're still lagging. We're on 8 FPS and 6 FPS and stuff, and you know, to me this didn't make sense because I just logged out and kind of logged back in, and then I started lagging again. So I went over here. I was just going to go and deposit all of this wool back in my house, and I don't know what happened here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I did just get rid of all of these chickens, but no, apparently not. So apparently all of the chickens have somehow reappeared, and I don't think it's all of them. I think it's just a few of them, because there were definitely more than this. So somehow, I don't know, like when I relogged in Minecraft, I don't know if in this update eggs lying around kind of cause chickens to kind of just appear or something, or spawn into the world, because if they do, that is just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna have to get rid of all of these guys all over again, and now they're escaping, which is even worse. We don't want them to escape. No escaping. That's bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of these guys again, which is pretty annoying because I thought I just did that. So before I say anything else, yes, the chickens have been removed once more, but I think they're just haunting me. I know that Halloween went past recently. I think these chickens are trying to haunt my Minecraft world because they come back every time I log out of the world and log back in. They actually, a certain amount of them come back, except it's less and less chickens each time. So I think we just had a ridiculous amount in the first place, so it's kind of glitched out the game to some extent. But I've got rid of them for now, and that should not be a problem. But we do have a few other things, like aesthetic changes that we need to make around this base area, and this is going to be really cool. So over here, I've been planning this for the longest of times. I've wanted to kind of have a harbor thing here, so all of the grass just kind of abruptly ends, and then we have the water over here. But I was thinking of actually adding in some decoration, some wood and stuff like that, to make this place look a little bit better, and to actually have some kind of harbor here. I could add in some kind of docking bits and pieces for boats and things like that. So I'm just going to get started on that design in just a second. But by the way, if you noticed this in any of the previous videos, this is from the time when my chunks got messed up over there, which by the way I rebuilt a while ago. And it didn't just mess up those chunks over there, it also kind of projected one of the chunks over here into this area, and so we have like a huge portion of this hill kind of flattened out, which is kind of useful actually, because I think I might end up flattening out this area just so I can build stuff in the future. But yeah, that is just a little explanation for this random cobblestone wall in the middle of nowhere. So I have been making some rudimentary attempts here to kind of map out the harbour area which we have here, and as you can see, I've added in a few blocks of wood here and there. We've got some oak wood logs and we've got some spruce wood slabs, which kind of look really cool in the water because the water is sort of falling down against the sides of those. I think that looks really cool. But yeah, I've just been having fun building this thing out, and that is the wrong slab. And I've just been trying to combine different wood materials and make this thing look aesthetically good. And something which I was finding while watching loads of people do different survival building and even creative building is the element of just having randomness in terms of the materials and the blocks that you use and things like that. And I am really not good at that side of survival building. I tend to make everything symmetrical and lovely, apart from, of course, the paths which we have down near my base. I think they are probably the only kind of asymmetrical things which we've got going, and everything else is very symmetrical, very repetitive, and a little bit boring, to be honest. So I think it's good to kind of try and change a few things here and there, you know, and make things a little bit randomized. That is what makes a good build, when there's loads of elements of randomness in the build. And I think I'm kind of doing that almost over here with these different colors of wood. And also I think I'm definitely going to use these different colors of wood in this area in the future, because I think I know what to build here now, and I think I'll explain that later on in this episode. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that that looks really, really cool. Just as you're kind of walking down the steps and you see this thing kind of at the edge, and everything looks much more well-rounded, and I'm really, really just happy with how this thing has turned out. I don't think it's completely finished just yet, and that guy wasn't even looking at me, and yet he could fire an arrow somehow. He's a ninja. But I think this thing is probably nearly finished. I just need to go and add in a few different things here and there, like some torches, some finishing touches, and I'll probably just be editing it as we go along, you know, just adding a few things, taking away a few things, because we need this build, like I said, to look a little bit random and randomized. But I think it's pretty good for what space we have and what resources we have. Let's take a look at it from the other side. But yeah, I was thinking about what I kind of want to do more often in Minecraft, and the different things which I like doing in Minecraft in my episodes and how to make them better. I've been thinking about this quite a lot, and I think that looks pretty decent from this side. I think we could probably improve it in some way, but that is definitely okay for now. But yeah, I've been thinking about how to improve my videos, about how to do different things instead of just, you know, redstone, you know, farms and things like that. And, you know, in terms of Minecraft, I think the best thing that I enjoy the most is definitely creative building. I definitely love doing huge projects on huge scales, you know, which have not really been attempted in this world at all before. I'm talking about like huge terraforming projects, like making huge mountains like that and things like that, and building huge fortresses and castles and things. That is what I really enjoy doing in Minecraft. And even if it is just a tiny spot of creative building like this, I quite enjoy all of that kind of stuff. And I haven't been doing enough of it, I think. I definitely haven't been doing enough of that kind of stuff, and I need to do more of it. So I need to start some big, huge projects pretty soon, or in the future at some point. I think that would be extremely useful, because I know I build a lot of redstone farms all the time, and that's really fun as well. I also like going on adventures and, you know, exploring new features and things like that, and killing bosses. Like the Ender Dragon and the Wither boss and things like that, even if it nearly failed quite badly. But yeah, I also like creative building, I guess, and I think that's what I'm going to have like more of a focus on in the future. I think if we start one big huge project at some point, once I gather together like loads and loads of resources, because I've been watching a lot of actually Good Times with Scar. If you haven't heard of him, I'll leave a link definitely to his videos. Please do go and check out that guy because he makes amazing stuff in survival Minecraft. He definitely deserves a lot more subscribers than he has, I think. So I've gone and added in some fences around the sheep farm and around the nether portals as well. They were two important tasks which I've been meaning to do for a long time because first of all, mobs kept dropping into here like creepers and skeletons, and it meant I had to pretty much, because of the swipe attack, I had to kill, some of the sheep to even get to the mobs. So that's a little bit sorted out now. I say a little bit because they can still pour in from those cliff faces over there. So I'm gonna have to terraform the area a little bit over there to fix that problem. And then I've obviously got the nether portal right here. Creepers used to kind of just walk through into the nether, and then I'd be met, is that right? I'd be greeted with yeah, I can't talk anymore. I'd be greeted with a nasty surprise on the other side down there in the nether, which would, blow things up, and it wouldn't be good really. So hopefully that will stop all of the creepers from coming through. But in terms of what we're going to be doing in today's episode for the rest of it, I don't think we have very much left to do. But I should make a few important announcements, if you like, about things I'm going to be doing in this world in the near future. And the first thing is that these two farms, although they've served me loyally, they've done very well, as you can see. Manually harvesting these things does get you loads and loads of pumpkins and melons. But the thing is that there are much more efficient ways of actually farming pumpkins and melons, and doing them horizontally and creating like horizontal farms is probably a much better way than using these tower farms. And plus we have to always go along and manually harvest them, like I say, which is kind of annoying. It's quite long, and I think there's much more efficient and even space efficient ways of harvesting pumpkins and melons. Although these are kind of just, tall buildings, so it would be kind of space efficient, but still there are better ways. And so I think I'm going to go and actually destroy these things, tear out these farms like I've been doing with all of my farms, and update them and build them in another place. And that other place is going to be right over here. So obviously and love our current fortune area. Let's see when I get that speed boost. Yep, super fast. And our fortune area is right over here, of course. And I've been experimenting around with the path blocks all over the place. So yeah, I want to definitely get some of these into the aesthetics of the place. But anyway, the fortune area right here, I've also been thinking about this, and I think it's way too big for a fortune area. Now I know we did that whole thing where we had all of the ores spread out over here, and then I created an ore pyramid and stuff like that. But even then, we had loads of space just remaining in this fortune area. So I don't think we need this thing to be as big as it is. And so my plan is to remove the fortune area from here, build in a new pumpkin and melon farm over here, which the storage system over here will obviously, connect up to that, and we can build one. We've got all of the space and everything ready, which is great. And then down here in this empty space, which is pretty much going to be used for nothing as of yet, we can go and build in a nice fortune area. So all I'll probably end up doing is kind of changing up the ground a little bit, adding in a few decorations here and there, and maybe some fence posts scattered around. And with that, we can actually build in a slightly smaller, but nonetheless still pretty awesome fortune area. And it will also kind of decorate the area a little bit. So guys, you can hear the annoying clicking of the item elevators, but as annoying as it is pretty important and vital to the way that this system works. So I hope this thing actually works. And right now, we're just going to go, and this is the moment of truth. We're going to see if this storage system actually works, if it actually does its job. So let's go and run over to the farm and see everything going down. This is going to be absolutely awesome. Let's hope that this thing works. At least the water still works. That's great to know, but I really do hope this storage system works, because if it doesn't, then we're going to have a huge disaster on our hands, because we're going to have to go and kind of sort out where all of these you know, vegetables are going, where all of the items are going to be flowing to, and you know, if there is a problem, they'll probably be trapped in the water stream somewhere or something like that. I may have made a mistake, and that's what I'm quite nervous about. So hopefully this thing works. Let's get down there and let's see if all of the items are flowing in to the chest. This is the moment of truth, and I really do hate the sound of that item elevator. But okay, these chests aren't filling up just yet. We might have to wait a little bit before they do start filling up, and if they don't, actually I don't know which ones will start filling up first. It's probably the other side. Oh, I really do hate that sound. I really do hate that sound. Okay, but hopefully... Okay, we haven't seen anything yet. This is not looking good at all. Oh, damn, it could be that all of them are flowing into somewhere else. Oh no! Items are flowing through. Yes! We're getting a potato. Great, that's a good start. Yes, the item elevators have gone silent. This is brilliant. This means it is working finally. I think it's because we had so many hoppers down below. It would probably take a very long time for all of them to filter through, but we've seemed to have kind of stopped here. I really don't know what's going on. No, there has been a problem. All of the items have not been picked up, despite this huge chain of hoppers. I was going to say choppers then. That we have here. It didn't work. There wasn't enough space, and it actually filled up 3 double chests nearly, and there would have probably been more as well to fill up right here. Of all of the items which didn't sort of make it through the system. So damn, this thing doesn't work. We're going to need more item elevators, and we're going to need to fix this thing, which is really annoying indeed. As you can see, all of these hoppers are filled up. This is ridiculous. And how much storage do you actually need for this farm? That is the question, because this is kind of crazy if you think about it. All of these hoppers have been filled up. Let me just go up here and see how many hoppers have actually been filled up. Yep, all the way till the end. All of these extra hoppers have been filled up, and I thought that we'd probably have a lot more storage than we would need, but obviously not. This is pretty terrible indeed. Yep, despite the good looks of this place, we will unfortunately need to go and repair this system or extend it, maybe add in more item elevators or add in a lot more hoppers into the system to go and collect up all of our items, because obviously this farm is absolutely crazy and produces way more items than I could have possibly imagined, and I didn't really do the calculations anyway, which I probably should have done. But anyway, I think we've done more than enough for one episode today, and I've had great fun making this episode. If you did like it, please be sure to leave a like down there. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.